How you doing, guys? Back out here. This should do the trick. Bought that today at the marine store. Let's go back over here. I was asked a couple of questions. First of all, on a scale of 1 to 10, that shrink is working as a 10. I'm sure there's better stuff out there. And I'm sure if you're really good at it and you're really doing intricate things, the ones with the foot levers and all that other nice stuff would really be nice. But for this, it's good. Definitely pleased. Flat with just like lines on it. Okay, I was asked, instead of hacking out more metal, is there any way I could drill out the spot welds and pull the quarter back? Never. That's the quickest way to destroy everything you got. First of all, by the time I drill them all out far enough to peel this back, I would have all those gaping holes to re-weld. Okay? I know I'm a couple of inches above any of the rust from here to here. Without a doubt, there's no rust on this panel whatsoever. We're all in the safe zone. We're in the safe zone in the back. Here, in this lip, no, I'm not in the safe zone. There is no bubbling at all here. But I'm going to tell you right now it will, because from where they had this screw to the molding to down here, I see a section here that's rusty. Okay, surface rust that flaked off, got a little deeper, and I see some swelling. Okay, if you're doing a quickie and putting the molding back on, we're good to go. Just keep boogering this weld till it's full, and just be done with it. Because from here back, there's probably not even any rust on this. So we're definitely going to come up this. Whether we have to change the inner piece, I don't really think so, but I could be wrong. But we're definitely going to have to change here to here if I want this repair to last for a while. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to OSFO this, but not now, when I'm done with the patch. I'll OSFO it, I'll let it sit to 24 hours, we'll get up all back in here and up here, but there's no rust, all in here. Let it do its thing. Then I'm going to coat it with probably self-etch, and then I have some zinc phosphate primer. And we'll just spray it all up there really good and call it good. So with this, I am not cutting this to the size of this. I am cutting this to the size of that. So what we have to do is start forming it, okay, and then we can start trimming it down. Actually, if I took some of it off, the more I took off, the easier this thing's going to be to form. So I might give it a basic form right here, and then just hack some of it off, but at least leave that much. You never know when this thing's going to shift and roll out, especially when you start to make curves and it pulls it. So the longer it is, the harder the patch is to make it. Obviously, the taller it is, the more, and when you have 90s, it's even harder. So for me to hand form this piece on that last one was easy, but the hand forming on this is really going to suck. I'm going to put a series of clamps along the bottom, okay, and a series of clamps down here, and let's see what we can do. Okay, let's make our first cut where that green line is on the bottom. Here's the deal. Obviously the patch is too long, and it's too long under the bottom by about that much as you get to the front. It's hooked to the trunk drop off. It's hooked to the lip in the front. You can see it's set back. The reason it's set back is the patch has to be trimmed thinner on this side and allow the patch to roll. That was my first trimming job. I think I did pretty good considering you see the line I drew and witness marks. I transferred it onto here and cut it off. And my witness marks. So started a little basic shaping there. It's going to take a little bit. This is going to be a tough one, guys. This is going to be a tough one here to get this back over here. But I'm definitely going to try my best. Well, first I got to move the patch forward, fit it a little better. Okay, guys, with a little final tweaking, I think we're looking good. You can't get it exact until you start to weld it. Then you could tweak little tiny areas. You know what I mean? Because as you clamp it, it'll suck in there and pop out there a little bit. But if you get that exact spot and you tag it, then you can work your way. A lot of, I didn't trim the bottom off. When this thing is on the car, I'll go under there, I'll make a tape line, and I'll just cut it off with the cutoff wheel. I just think I'm better off that way. I can make it match the other piece the best I can. So it might be off just a little bit. This is just a rough fit in there, with just a magnet and one little clamp. I did get this shape in there, then it disappears like it's supposed to. We'll make this look right when it's done. Like I said, you're looking at a lot more patch than there is car. The car technically ends right where that clamp is hooked onto the edge of it. So there's a lot to come off underneath the bottom. But it tapers just right. And you look at the size of the overhang. So we'll put a nice diagonal cut into this. And like I said, we'll fine tune this right here as we go along. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Wonder if the molding fits. Let's see what we got. This is the only molding I have out. That piece is slid in just a tad, and if I pull on it, this magnet's gonna pop. So just keep that all in mind. I'll line up the screw. That's where the screw was before. I think we did pretty damn good. Look at that. And if you were going to leave this molding on, you could fudge that other stuff in the well. That has many years left on it. I think it's more, not that there's rust behind here, which there is a little bit. It's what got trapped behind the molding. But yeah, that's good. You can see how, I don't know what you guys are looking at, but you can see how too long the repair is. So maybe you're looking at this thing, I'm not really sure. So I think we'll be good with that. I think we'll definitely be good with that. Now I guess I could put that to the side. No, I can't put it to the side. I guess the next thing to do now is to coat everything on the inside with all my layers of Ospo and primer and blah, 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 and then put that piece on. Weld it up to like maybe here. And stuff like that. Get it tacked on. I won't even fully weld it. I'll just stitch it maybe half an inch apart, quarter inch apart, and call it good till we move on. Yeah, I'm satisfied. Now it's got the curve it needs. It doesn't come So, but yeah. Like I said, it's not sitting where it has to be 100%. But I'm good with that. I'm relying on that one cheesy magnet and half of that clamp. Here's the deal. If you add up buying the shrinker and stretcher, that's only the shrinker, stretches in the box, and you add up buying, whatchamacallit, that metal brake. The metal brake I'll give a 5 out of 10. It's good for a hobbyist, that's about it. These I'll give a 10 out of a 10, like I said. But if you add those two together, okay, I'm still less than half of what it would cost me to get that patch panel. Less than half, and I got tools to continue on. So, and this I had already. So it's really this. This is like a shade over $100 with the 20% coupon. You know, the parodies. So, and when I watch the video, it looks like I'm putting a lot of effort on this thing. When I tell you I wasn't, that this table is that flexible, I really wasn't putting a lot of effort into this. So, okay guys. With that, let's dig out that Ospo shit. I never used that before, so I'm going to get my respirator. I already got eye protection on. I'll go get gloves. So maybe we'll clean up the floor here just a little bit. I want to get the ladder bars off too. Just to keep overspray off them and stuff. Maybe pull the shocks. And that's it.